All right, everybody, welcome into another episode of the Lantern Sports Big Ten Preview. I'm your host, Casey Smith, and today I'm going to be breaking down the Michigan Wolverines, led by head coach Jim Harbaugh in his 8th season. A year ago, in his 7th year, he accomplished 3 of his goals. He beat Ohio State, he won the Big Ten championship, and he made a college football playoff appearance at 12-2, 8-1 in the Big Ten, and they're off to a good start rolling this year as well. They're 1-0 with a 51-7 victory over Colorado State. One of the key things that they did good last year, they were best in the Big Ten in the ground game, and that sort of contributed a lot to their 35.8 points per game, which was second in the Big Ten, only behind Ohio State. And on the defensive side of the ball, they only allowed 17.4 points per game. So that's a good recipe for success. If they're having 35 points on offense, 17 on defense, you can do the math. A big key piece on the offensive side, though, Blake Corum. He was sitting behind Hassan Haskins. He was the number 2 man in Ann Arbor, but now he's the guy. And I expect him to make a big leap to one of the best backs in the Big Ten because even though he was the number 2 guy, he averaged 6.61 yards per carry and 952 yards across the duration of a season, even though Hassan Haskins had most of the carries in that backfield. 11 touchdowns to boot. That's not bad for a backup guy. But expect Blake Corum to be sort of towards the top of the charts in most statistical categories for running backs this season. On the defensive side of the ball, Junior Colson's a guy to watch. Michigan's defense, they got gutted in the offseason. They lost Josh Ross. They lost Daxton Hill, Aiden Hutchinson, David Ajabo. So there's going to be a lot of key pieces, new pieces in that Wolverine defense that need to step up. And I expect Junior Colson to be one of those guys. He's the top leading returning tackler, having 61 tackles a season ago. And he already sort of flashed that same tendency against Colorado State, recording 10 tackles himself. So a season ago, he had a little bit of an issue sort of adjusting to college football and knowing the right spot to be and reading and reacting, if you will. But he's already shown that he's sort of taking that leap in year 2. So that'll do it for another episode of the Lantern Sports Big Ten Preview. The Wolverines have Hawaii coming up, so look for them to go 2-0 ahead of the Big Ten slate. For the Lantern Sports Big Ten Preview, I'm your host, Casey Smith. We'll see you next time, and take care.